presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful day. Look at our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Don't take anything personally. Your truth is personal to you. Your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It's no one's truth but your own. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 139, NASDAQ up 74, S&P's up 21, gold contract up $2.30, trading at $17.13 an ounce. You get silver. Silver up 16 cents, $17.92 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.03. $33.82 a barrel, notes and bonds. We get the 10-year right now, down 5 ticks, 138.31. The 30-year off 27 ticks at 178.20. And King Dollar. King Dollar's getting smoked out here, down 682 ticks. Breaking out the bottom of the consolidation we've been in for about 6 weeks, 98.381. The euro is breaking topside. That's at 110.90. The yen is at 107.63, and the British pound's at 123 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We go look at the SPY. Bottom line, you get a higher price. It's holding price. We're up $2.50. We're at 306.46. 306.06 rather. Yeah, you do have a contraction of volume, but this has been a creeper. There's no two ways about that. We go into the futures. We take a look at the E-mini futures. What you're going to have in the futures out here is this, is that we got to a high out here today of 3,065. What we did do right before I got on the air, you get a little pop on the way down into this 3,051. I do expect what you're going to see is that thing's going to get tested again because it looks like 3,045 this thing wants to get down to. So that's basically 11 points lower than we are right now. We'll see if that's going to shake out as we come into the close out here today. If we take a look at the NDX 100, the NDX 100 today, folks, as well, the NDX 100, the S&Ps, and the Dow, different ball game out here this morning. It was pretty wild. What you had is that you had the aspect that the Dow and the S&P were up pretty good. The NQs were down. The NQs decided to take off topside. The Dow and the S&Ps go downtown. So it was definitely a much different market at the open. And what I suspect we're going to have a different market at the close out here. NQs, they came off the high of 95.65. Right now you're at 95.27, and we'll see whether they're going to try to get inside this 94.81. So lots of intraday movement out here. Gold contract right now trading at a price point of 17.12. Bottom line, gold is 21. No, that's not going to be right. GC. We're moving contracts here. Yeah. We are moving contracts over to August. Okay, so gold contract, we got to a high out here of 17.43. Right now, you're at 17.27. What's happening in the gold market, which is pretty wild, folks, is that forward contracts in the gold market, because of COVID, when the buyers would basically try to get delivery, the bottom line, they got plenty of delivery into New York at the COMEX. The bottom line is that you saw that premium get crushed in the forward months. And now, as its turn is being made inside of the futures contracts, you're going to see a little more volatility. No two ways about that. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. And don't forget, folks, every trading day, Basil does an outstanding show right here at TFNN. And tonight, he has a real thrill for all you listeners out here at TFNN. Bottom line, all you have to do is go over, check out his newsletter, be a subscriber to his newsletter. You can get it for 30-day money. You can get it for 30 days, money-back guarantee. And our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is going to be doing a workshop tonight, the second I get off, from 4 to 5:30. Basil Chapman, rocking and rolling.
Absolutely. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. How was the tennis yesterday? Good?
It was good to get back. Believe me, although the body was saying, hey, what have you been doing for 3 months? I thought I'd exercise, but not enough, obviously.
That's
but it's
so
great
cool.
to be
You're
out
exercising
there.
and having fun.
It was great, yes. So fun. We're talking about the markets right here. This is a very interesting period. I think this first week of June coming up is going to be very interesting. And I'll be talking about that in my webinar starting at 4 o'clock, talking about the different Chapman Wave technical tools that we have. Talk about the patterns. I'm always looking at straight line up or straight line down, cup formation, arch formation, and a combination of those. But something that's been very interesting lately, let me just drag this across, is something that I've spoken about for years, but it's really been working quite well lately, and that's what I call it. It's like a long handle and then an axe blade. It looks like an expanding cone that's declining, makes lower highs and much lower lows, and then it turns around. Suddenly it forms a cup formation, and it creates a 1-to-1 on the upside. So these are patterns that seem to have been working very well, and I'm going to be discussing them in great detail. They're actually quite simple in terms of the visuals, and it's how you put that together with the actual implementation of the pattern as it unfolds. And there's the V-shaped pattern I'll be talking about. You've got a lot of resistance coming up in certain of the indices, but if you look at the Dow, it's just testing the 200-period moving average. I'm going to talk about these different moving averages and how you put the whole thing together. We've been very fortunate since March the 23rd. We went long the Dow and we added to it on the way up. We have positions that are up 22 to 37%, and we're trying to handle those. And I have a feeling that next week there's a chance that for the first time in a while that we're going to actually start some short positions, but we haven't got there yet. I still have to see. In the Chapman Wave, we're always looking for that elusive peak D, and if that comes, that's going to be very important. So we're looking for, here it is, from a lowest low bar, we count each successively higher peak. When you get to that fourth highest peak labeled D, that's where other things can happen, and you can see exactly what's going on. Right now, you've got the Dow in C in the daily chart. Okay. So that still has to go to D. You've got the QQQ, which has already done that, and I'm going to show how easy it is to draw these trend lines. Look at the QQQ is acting really well, but it's got a lot of resistance right here. I'll discuss that, what needs to happen for it to go up, and what will happen if it breaks under 222. A lot of things. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to it.
Folks, it's real easy to commit to this workshop. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go right under featured content. You see the opening call on the right-hand side. Just hit the opening call. Subscribe for a month. Basil will get you a great newsletter, plus you'll be in the webinar in 45 minutes. Basil, have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the webinar.
Thank you very much, Tom. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks.
Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 76. We get the Nasdaq up 49. S&Ps are up 14, and we just had the S&P folks go down 12 points, like in about a heartbeat. Pretty wild. Let's go to our man, Mr. Jason Path, as we do each and every Tuesday and Thursday at 1:15. What's going on, brother?
How are you, man? It's a tough act to follow there, you and Basil.
Well, you know what? The tough act. Well, actually, it's not a tough act to follow for you because as I'm doing the intro, the S&Ps get smacked 12 points, and the first chart you gave me up here is the S&P.
Well, a lot of talk about the S&P and a lot of opinions out there, so I've certainly got mine. I've been spending some time looking, as you know, Tom, run a lot of quantitative models, quantitative numbers, look at the data. Always wanted to match fundamental insight. We're not just blind with a black box. But
yes,
I really spent some time unpacking this rally we've seen. I don't know if you agree with this or not. We haven't talked about this offline, but to me, this is one of the most perplexing / unique moves I've ever seen in the markets, right? And I just wanted to dig in, like, where is this money coming from? Why is it coming in? And what will we know to look for when it's exhausted?
Yes.
So that first chart I sent you is looking at, top half there is just that's just the S&P going back a couple years.
Okay.
The bottom piece, though, if folks look at commitment of traders reports from the CME or the net spec reports, net speculative position, this is just a breakdown between individual traders and institutional money from the net spec reports, right?
Yes.
And as you can see, almost all of this rally, most of the rally, a large part of this rally is your individual traders. I've heard that anecdote. I've got letters from folks who, at times have been smoked in oil markets or, the first move you can see, small trader positioning went way up as it was coming down hard. The S&P was coming down hard. A lot of folks got smoked, but they've still fueled it on its way back up. Institutional money is very short right now. We're approaching in some corners of the market record level shorts institutional money. Now, to be clear, and you know this, Tom, that's not to say the market's going down at all. That's just a clear indication of here's where the money's coming from.
Right.
I also remind folks, the buybacks and the repurchases of stock, which prior to March had fueled a lot of the previous melt-up and rally, that's off the table, at least to the degree it was. Don't forget 401k money, with the unemployment rate where it is and folks' income situation where it is. 401k contributions are coming down. That over the last 20 years has been a huge contributor to the move up in markets. I think we're at a point very soon. It's going to need a catalyst.
Yeah.
Calling tops is a fool's game over a long period of time. But I think this move is getting exhausted.
No, listen, man. I would say that if anyone's in this market, I don't care how long you've been in this market, no one has seen anything like this. There's no doubt. Meaning that, it's so wild, man. I mean, technically looking at it, it's like, okay, it's insane. But if you're a fundamentalist, it's even crazier. Because it's like, okay, like I could keep thinking this week, Jason, and I brought it up a few times on the air, was the aspect of not just getting back to even. The stock market, as you were saying to us on Tuesday, is about growth. Okay,
so grow over time, right? Right. To be investable.
Right. So the next chart I have up here is the Household Pulse Survey. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, so this is Census Bureau data. Census Bureau just continues to survey folks. They're over on the left. But what that's an indication of, and it kind of goes to the larger narrative of how much pain folks are in. Obviously, the unemployment situation has been well reported. We're at 40 million over the last 10 weeks. We have a run rate currently of 4 million people losing their jobs a week. I think, with next week's employment report, we're going to see an eye-popping unemployment number. But even folks who still have a job, you've had a lot of pay reductions. I've got someone close to me took a 40% pay reduction. Very, very high-powered executive type.
That's heavy, man.
Executives are taking major haircuts. 50% of the households, what this chart is telling you is 50% of households have had a direct negative impact over the last month to their household income. Now, those are, again, commissioned salespeople. Those are unemployed people. Those are executives who've taken a pay cut, or maybe their middle manager or rank and file have also taken a pay cut.
Yes.
It's worse than even the unemployment data will tell us. And to your point, if you're a fundamentalist, you're going crazy. But again, as somebody, we like to think we merged the fundamental and the quantitative. The quantitative models aren't working either, right? GDP down 5%. 0.2% worse. This is the second print today. The first print, we're 0.2% worse. That typically would send markets down. That's just for Q1. We know Q2 is going to be a bloodbath. We also had terrible housing data, record drop in home sales, 1 month record. Nothing like we've ever seen before, much worse than 2008 in home sales.
Yes.
As I said, 40 million unemployed, 50% of households reporting less income. If you want to go to the S&Ps right now we're forecast to be down. Earnings, total earnings for 2020 forecast right now is 23.5% down on 5.5% lower revenues.
Okay.
People they're just taking a bath. You compare that to 2008. 2008 was 19.1%. 2009 was 3.4%. So everything is worse in 2008. And that's not even a good frame of reference. We've all agreed there's really no frame of reference. That's just for context. The quantitative models don't work. The fundamental outlook doesn't work. The day-to-day technicals are definitely workable, but at some point this has to rationalize. And again,
there's no doubt. I had there was an article on Bloomberg last night, and this is really sad, folks. It's about restaurants, and this was from a big restaurant guy. His take, guess what? And he owns 10, 11 restaurants, whatever it was, that 40% of the restaurants are going to be out of business. But it's that dramatic. Do you know what I mean? That because in that business, you have to be together. I mean, you can't have every other table. You won't be able to pay your electric bill. Never mind paying your employees, right? Pretty wild. Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. And as we've talked, the roll up to commercial. A lot of those restaurants have become anchors for different entertainment districts in this country.
And did you see, so this is cool, because you had brought this up a couple weeks ago about the aspect of the gross sales. So Dan Gilbert, who owns all of downtown Detroit, folks, and that's that's the mortgage company, I should know it of. Anyway, it's one of the largest mortgage companies out there. He made a deal with all his tenants. You're gonna pay me 7% of sales, and that's it, to see whether you can keep them and bring them back.
Yeah, just sending a Hail Mary. I mean, it's just
big time.
Yeah, commercial's brutal.
So hey, let's do natural gas. Natural gas numbers come out here today. I got the natural gas chart up.
Yeah, so we saw a build, a little more of a build than I think 109 BCF, but sent you a chart, the third chart.
Yes,
we're still burning gas. We've just this week moved past our year-over-year levels. Now, you still have to normalize gas for weather, but it was actually hotter this time last year. So if I normalize that for gas or for weather, it actually even gets a little bit better. The gas burn is good. Production's coming down. LNG is a big question mark. I still like, and folks ask about opportunities in the market. Clearly, I'm flat to a lot of the FOMO stuff we've seen, airlines, hotels, cruise lines. I think the day of reckoning is soon. The natural gas equities continue to be the best sector through this recovery, and I think they are insulated from further corrections because of the unique dynamics of the natural gas market right now. We're at historic levels of price. But a company like Cabot, COG, or Antero Resources, AR, you can look at those on the ticker. They're Appalachian-only plays. The wells aren't coming out of Appalachia. They've controlled for costs in the downturn, and as price fully rises, they will monetize. They've been moving way up. They're up 30% since the correction, and I think they continue to go higher.
Nice. Well, we appreciate the education, man. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Look forward to speaking to you Tuesday.
Can't wait.
Thank you, man. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market, Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour, Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m., Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m., and Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up by 4 points. Nasdaq is up 19. S&Ps are up 7.5. And the NQs, folks, they're doing it again. This is going to be a fun close coming in here. So if we go first, we take a look at the NQs. What you're going to see out here is that from the highs that were generated out here at 20 minutes of 2, you're down off those highs right now 100 or 98 points to be exact. This was a little fast and furious move when we were just speaking with Jason. We get over into the S&Ps, you're going to see the same number in the S&Ps. The NQs, though, man, I'm telling you, that move was something else. If we take a look at this S&P, what you're going to see inside the S&P, same type of, basically downdraft, same traders, whoever was selling into this, they sold into it fast and furious. You had the S&P go from 3,061 to 3,045 literally in 2 minutes, folks, okay? What you have now is this, okay? And this is why I brought this up at the very beginning of the show, because the quirk this morning was like something else, man. I mean, I just hadn't seen something like that for so long. And what I mean by that is that the NDX 100, brings markets up, brings them lower, brings them higher. It just drags everything up. And then this morning, what we had is that the S&P was giving it up, and then the NQs decided to go topside in a monster way. So we'll see how this baby shakes out coming into the close. But it looks to me that what you're actually going to have here, because we are, it's like 30, 35 minutes. This thing is going to, some of the traders just went to Sherwin-Williams, and they just bought some red paint. Dow right now is off 31. That's not big, okay, but from the highs, it's a different ball game. NASDAQ is up 9. S&Ps are up 3.5. It's not going to take much to basically force that into a lower price. If we take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here, we have GE. Now, this was intriguing, too. Actually, when I came on, I put this up, and I should have, it would have been nice to put it on Tiger TV, because it was really strange that we were still up, and when I put up the top 24 higher volume equities, this screen was still full of red. Bottom line, this is what you have. You have Bank of America down 91 cents. American Airlines is off 99 cents. Let's go look at American. The CEO of American Airlines went bonkers yesterday. And what it was about was that the rumor mill or whatever has out there that, here it is. Okay, so American Airlines top executives sought to shut down persistent rumors that the debt-laden carrier could be forced into bankruptcy during the corona travel downturn, saying it's not among options he'll consider. Bankruptcy is failure. We're not going to do that, Chief Executive Doug Parker said Wednesday, responding to a question at a Bernstein Strategic Decision Conference about managing the carrier's industry's worst debt. I do not think people should view bankruptcy as a financial tool. It's failure. Bottom line, folks, I suspect, well, let's look at it first. I suspect they're going BK. That's going to be the easiest way that the airlines go back topside, folks, okay? What they're going to do, they took the Fed money, they're going to take the grants, they're going to take all of it, but you know what the bottom line is that you can, in Americans' case, you saw that they have some of the biggest debt that's out there. The only way that you can wipe debt out, okay, is the bottom line, is either pay it, wipe it out, okay, or sell the company and someone else has to pay it. There's no travel going on, folks. That's the bottom line, okay? Rightfully so, that CEO might decide that that's failure. That's his choice. What's not his choice, however, though, is that when you run out of cash and your creditors come after you, that's all she wrote. And I suspect, the airlines have been notorious for going bankrupt. I mean, this would be the third or fourth bankruptcy of American. Some of the other higher volume stocks out here today, you have Wells Fargo down 45 cents. Marathon Oil is off 35 cents. You got Twitter off $1.11. We got, let's see, Spirit Airlines is off 97 cents. Ma Bell is down 64. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX. Strength out here, big time. Dollar Tree came out with numbers, big numbers. That's up 10%. You got Alexa Pharmaceutical up 8.5%. Workday's up 7.5%. Taken away from it, United. United is down 6%. You got Marriott off 5.5%. Micron's down 5%, and you got NetApp off 4.2. If we go over to Micron, this is quite a move on Micron, because what we did have on Micron, folks, is that Micron came out with an upgrade that they said they're going to make better money yesterday, intraday. They brought their numbers up. So intraday, if you saw how that NASDAQ went positive, that was all about Micron. Micron kicked it off. They bring this up intraday so you can see how this worked. Micron kicked it off, and then the rest of the chip stocks follow it. Micron kicked this off. They come out with the announcement at 1:20. Yesterday, Bottom line, equity goes from $44.62 to $47, finishes out the day up at $49. What do you have out here now? Bottom line, they're selling it down. So it's going to get interesting. But as that was going up, it was trying to bust out of the consolidation. The top of that consolidation is $50.14. And this is where it's going to get really dangerous for Micron. Remember, we were talking about the aspect inside the gold market the day before yesterday, that the contract volume of gold came out before it came down to the swing point. I always like to see that. The reason being is that most of the time, if all the selling comes out before the swing point, then you're going down to the swing point, the sellers are already out, you normally get a rejection of lower price. This case here, this is going to be a trip watching this, because what you have is this. You went up to the top of the consolidation. You did have an expansion of volume, which is 12.5 million versus 8.9. But guess what, folks? This is always dangerous, that it couldn't get to the top of the consolidation and just missed it, actually. 49.58 versus 50.14. I found that's always problematic. Now what will end up happening, as we'll see as it goes down to the lower end of the consolidation, if it does start getting a expansion of volume, it could basically break the bottom of the consolidation. If we get a contraction of volume as we're going down there, guess what? It'll go right back topside. We'll go right after that high once again. So we'll see where the whole thing is going to go. King dollar is the big news out here today, folks, okay? If you take a look at King dollar, what you're going to see in King dollar is that you broke the consolidation. A break of the consolidation was approximately 98.645. And we're at 98.494. Now you do have another major swing that was down there on the 27th of March, where price held at 98.270. So I suspect we'll go after that tomorrow. My larger take is that we're going all the way down to the March 9th area, which is 94.650. The reason I'm saying that is that if you go over to the euro, what you're going to see inside the euro is that the euro is also a clean break topside, and the swing point, which is the same day, March 9th, inside the euro is 114.95. So I suspect that's where we're going to go. Now, we haven't had movement inside these currencies like we had today, and very more than likely like we're going to have in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see where that takes the market. Dow Industrials right now down 14. NASDAQ is up 12. S&Ps are up 5.5. We're coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 50, Nasdaq's off 3, S&Ps are up 1.5. And if we go over to these S&Ps, you're going to watch this. I love these bull-bear fights as they shake out, folks, because the number that it's going to fight over right now is 30, actually. I believe it's 30-30. Let me look at this for a second. I believe it's 30-30. 30-30 is where we got down to this morning and it turned around. Yeah, it's 30-30. Right now, you're at 30-35. This is going to come down here. The real question is it going to break it? Because this is what you have. We were down here in the middle of the night, folks, 4 different times at that 30-30 level. You got down there at right 20 minutes past midnight. You almost got down there. You got down there at 3 in the morning. You did get down there at 5:50 in the morning, and then on the open this morning, we got down there again. So this is going to be the number they're going to fight over. Now, if you break this, let me just see how many more minutes we got. Okay, so we get 13 minutes to 4 o'clock. You get an additional 15 minutes to the futures close. That 13 minutes is plenty of time to break that. You break that, then you're going to see a very fast slide into that. If we break that 30-30, that would have the S&P down 5 points. You could get down an easy 15 off of that, because what's happened with all these fights going back and forth, we get these steady markets. They go steady. They get the fight done. Bottom line, when you go downtown anyway, folks, the elevator down is always quicker than the one up. We have been creeping on the way up, and every time that we break a consolidation and go south, it's very fast and very furious. We go over to the NQs. We take a look at the NQs because the NQs led it again. This afternoon, what you had out here is, as one of our targets was saying in the den, and it was subtle, but the bottom line is that even before the first leg down, the big leg down at 310, the NQs had already given up 50 points. So it was one of those subtle moves on the way down, gave it up. Now the question is going to be, is there any more selling? And I do expect that this thing is going to keep fighting it out, because, you're coming to the end of the month. If they can keep the market flat, bottom line, the market will have a chance to keep rallying. Let's go to Dave in Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Dave, what's going on? Okay, so he wants to look at ATL. So this is, they operate clinical stage biotech company. The low's $1.51. The high's $10.60. It's trading $8.20. This is a biotech, and they take in, so check it in, they take in $2 million. Next quarter, they're going to take in $500,000. And I can tell you, folks, this is, Dave, you there? Okay, so, and make a long story short, I wouldn't be trading this stock. The bottom line is you started off at $3 2 weeks ago. You spiked all the way up to $10.68. And this is worse than basically the roulette wheel. What you have in equities like this, now this is what's cool about something like this, right, is that what does happen, folks, at the end of big runs, okay, and I know with the COVID, bottom line, you get the biotechs out there. They have been running. It's a real deal. That being said, these small biotechs like that all of a sudden, they'll go from 30 cents up to $30 in 4 or 5 days, come crashing back down. Bottom line, that most of the time is the end of the run in general. That the aspect of that sector is just known for that. That's how it works out. I'll never forget the aspect of, this is years ago, man, but when the biotechs just ran an incredible way, and it was the end of it once again. Let's go take a look at the silver market here for one of the tigers. Silver's setting up nice, man. Silver had finally got the bid a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. The setup is cool, man. This is particularly cool coming into a Friday. Silver right now is up 16 cents. You got 57,000 contracts traded. You're in an ABC structure on the way up. This is an ABC that will take it over the last swing high up here, which was the $19.07. That's the way it's set up right now. If we do go look at the SLV and take a look at it, because the SLV no doubt has the volumes behind it too, what you're going to see, the SLV, it's a nice setup here. Let me put this on a weekly. Yeah, this is good. So watch this on a weekly, folks. This is pretty cool. So when you're going into any type of monster downdraft, what happens is this, is that when you first go up, you're not going to blow it away in the first time up. What you're going to do is you're taking some of the supply side out of the marketplace. And that's what silver finally did. Silver, SLV did 168,000. Yeah, 168. Let's see. Oh, no, this is good, yeah. No, it did 198 million shares last week. Now, that being said, you were going into the downdraft of 203 million. Well, that is a huge effort, and it was done. Meaning you're only 2 million shares lighter than how we came down. This week, you're going sideways, laying right there. That's saying that the baby wants to go buy it, and I suspect what you're going to see with the SLV, that thing wants to go up to the highs also, which is about the 1850 mark. So I think you're going to get some real action there. We go back to the S&P. It only takes 2 seconds. I tell you, I love doing the program at this time. So S&P's here again. What we just did. We were just talking about the break of the consolidation. The battle was over 30-30, and the Bears won that one pretty quick. We're at 30-29 right now. That being said, what is game now? Right now, let's see. That's 30-17. 30-17 is game, but you know it's really game. There it is right there. Man, we'll see how this shakes out. You get 29.85 as game, folks. This would be really wild if that's where we go. I've seen it happen before, 12 minutes. Now, we have longer than 12 minutes, but what does happen when markets are fully open, meaning to the 4 o'clock time frame, is that you definitely have more traders involved between the 4 o'clock level versus the 4:15. And They got some red going right now. There's no doubt about it. What I'm surprised about actually is the aspect that we didn't basically have more of that, or just more volatility today. It didn't have to be more of going down. It could have been going up just as much because of the fact of how the dollar really had some big movement out here today. So now this is telling me that this dollar keeps going lower, the market wants lower price. That's how this is set up right now. Because this morning it was really hard to tell because the dollar has been going sideways for such a period of time. Because what happens, folks, is that sometimes if the dollar's going up, markets like it, don't like it. Going down, same deal. Once it starts happening, though, then you get a clue of what's going on, that, okay, the market's not digging right now, that the dollar is basically getting weaker. That's how this baby is shaking out. We'll see how this goes. But as I explained, the euro looks to me like that 114 is game. You're only at 110. The dollar is at 98.5. That looks like 94. Those are very large moves. And if we get those moves, you're going to see that volatility once again pick up inside the marketplace. Dow right now is down 182. NASDAQ is off 64. S&Ps are down 15. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
you see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 159. NASDAQ is up 55. S&Ps are up 13. And there's no doubt that, bottom line is that we are going to get a little volatility going out here. What you did have is that maybe this is Kudlow was out there just on CNBC saying that we can't let this is all about Hong Kong. Essentially, they have robbed Hong Kong of their freedom. We can't let this go unnoticed, and they will be held accountable. Now, that was the first part. The second part of it, I think, was definitely bigger, and that's Trump is going to be talking about China tomorrow. Now, I expect what you're going to have there is that's going to be after the market closes, because if it's when the market's opened, it'll be wild. But just Trump saying that he's going to be out there talking about it tomorrow, I suspect that's why you had those go from basically green to red. I mean, the bottom line is that my take is the market's overextended anyway, but you start getting a little bit nervous out there, and what I expect you're going to see overnight here, everyone's going to be speculating now about, okay, well, what they actually really going to be talking about, okay? Because this is what you have. Now, check this out, folks. This is the sad part. People in Hong Kong, I mean, they're done. I mean, there's no two ways about that. Autonomy's gone. All that's been gone. I think they probably knew that right the last 20, 30 years, but it's going south. The thing that is pretty wild about when you talk about a financial center, well, Shanghai, folks, can overtake Hong Kong in a second. So the Chinese don't need Hong Kong. That's the other side. Meaning, if people think they can squeeze them on the financial side of it, they don't. It doesn't. The cities over in China are so big. I mean, forget it. Shanghai can replace Hong Kong for what it does, okay? Not for basically, democracy and the rest of this, that's for sure, So bottom line is that you can expect some volatility out here tonight, and I expect as we're coming into the weekend tomorrow, we're going to get some volatility. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Come back and visit us tomorrow morning. Tommy kicks us off 8:30 a.m. Have a great one, folks. Look at him.